I want to bring up a thing that happened this weekend. Michigan coach Juwan Howard just got suspended for 5 games. There was a thing that happened at the end of the Michigan-Wisconsin game. Wisconsin was up by about 14, had their backups in. We're coming down the court. Michigan was still trapping, which the game's almost over. This is where it's kind of weird. Michigan was still trapping. Wisconsin has their scrubs in. Ball goes out. Only a few seconds to get it across the half court. So Wisconsin calls a timeout. Okay. So Wisconsin calls a timeout. Then, and that gave them an extra 6 seconds. So it made it to where there was 10 seconds now so that his players could get it across the court. What is your thoughts on this? Because then after the game, handshake line, Juwan Howard to hit the coach as the coach was kind of just kind of escalated quick. What's your thoughts on this?
Now, if your team's still playing hard, if your team's still pressing when the game's over, don't get mad when the other team plays hard.
Yeah.
They don't want to just turn the ball over. They don't want that on their stat sheet. I know it doesn't matter at the end of the game, but they don't want that. If you're playing hard, so are they. And don't get mad when they call timeouts.
I agree. If Michigan was down by 13, 14, okay, and there was not a lot of time left, you should just let them in. But if you get that upset, it can't just be one-sided on this. I think Juwan Howard's in the wrong. I do agree with unwritten rules and not statting it up and all this.
Yeah.
If the other team is with it too. This one, Wisconsin's okay, they're still playing hard. And another thing I have about it, the dudes that were in the game may never see another second in the game this year again.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's true.
So my thing is let them be in they don't care that they're up. The other team doesn't care that they're down. This is the time that they finally get playing time on the Division I level. So I personally think it's nuts that he got that upset.
Yeah, if they weren't pressing and Wisconsin was calling timeouts trying to score, sure, I'd get angry at that. Don't run the score up on a team that's already down by 15. But you were playing hard. You don't have the right to get mad at that.
Not at
be
all.
An adult and be a leader. I don't know.
No, I agree with you 100%. I think Juwan Howard was in the wrong just in that situation. I mean, if you're up and like you said, if Wisconsin's calling the timeout, I think that's crazy if they're not pressing. But when I saw the replay of the defense, I'm like, wait, you're okay. It would have just been a turnover because they wouldn't have been able to get it across. So you're telling me, Juwan Howard, you're just going to let them just give up a turnover when you're pressing?
Just want them to give you the ball? That's not going to happen. Just because they have a big lead doesn't mean they want to turn the ball over and maybe give you a chance. But we see that in the NBA every once in a while where a team will score at the end of a game when they're already up by 20, and then maybe hands will throw or some tempers will flare. But I get that. But if you're pressing and you're still trying to win the game, don't get mad when the other team tries to win it too.
Yep.